And with that, let's kind of segue over to that MVP, offensive player of the year, defensive player of the year market. There also are some early offensive rookie of the year markets available at some books. I only have access to offensive, or I would absolutely be hammering. As soon as you guys get it, like I was seeing Abdul Carter out there in a couple books, like posted on Betting Pros for like 4.5 to 1. I couldn't find anything live in my state, but maybe if you can, I would absolutely hammer that. But in the MVP odds, let's look at the favorites again. It's Lamar Jackson of the Ravens. We got Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills, Joe Burrow of Cincinnati Bengals, 8 to 1 for Burrow, plus 650 for Josh Allen. Lamar coming in at plus 550, Mahomes plus 850, Jayden Daniels 11 to 1. And then we kind of jump back into that 20 to 1 range with Jalen Hurts, Justin Herbert, sorry. And so I'm going to turn it over to you, Steve. Who is someone you're looking at for an MVP bet early in the year?
Yeah, I am unusually going with a somewhat favorite. I think Jayden Daniels is probably my safest bet to win MVP this year. Like, the fact that it's this much plus money is great in my opinion, because I think voter fatigue is a real thing at this point. And I think we're starting to see that. Jalen Hurts will never put up the throwing stats that he needs to as a quarterback to pull this off. And that team
Probably.
was so good last year that it's obvious he's just not going to get those kind of votes.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Allen just won it, so he'd have to do something almost historic to repeat. Lamar Jackson would have to do something, again, historic, I think, to snag another MVP. If Jayden Daniels improves upon his rookie year, if he builds and doesn't have a sophomore slump, Jayden Daniels is almost certainly a lock for the MVP, because one thing I know, not that I know, but I suspect a lot when it comes to the voters, is they're always looking to crown the next face, the next guy, the next
They want
marketing,
something fresh. They want
They
something
want something
fresh.
fresh. They want something to
Yeah.
build around. They want the new poster boy. Mahomes has won it. Jackson's won it. Allen's won it. But if they can get Jayden Daniels reasonably in that conversation, I bet he wins it.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's kind of controversial, we just saw it happen. There was no reason Lamar Jackson should have lost the MVP vote this year, and he did, because they need a new face. You cannot keep repeating. Jayden Daniels is in a huge market on a team that is desperate to get some good publicity out there now,
Mm-hmm.
right? They're adding some weapons. They're improving the team. This team looks like if they can go and put up 11, 12 wins, lock it down. Lock it down. And Jayden Daniels is so good. So good. We didn't get to see a full healthy season last year. He was hurt for like half of it.
Mm-hmm.
I expect him to kind of run away this year with the MVP, honestly.
I'm really interested at this 11 to 1 number. This is one I was actually considering for myself as well, Steve. So I think you have a good eye on it. I figured if I didn't put it down and didn't get down on myself with it, you probably would go this route. And it makes total sense, right? You add Debo, you add Laramie Tunsil, who, if he can stay away from flags, still, in my opinion, a good offensive tackle to have there protecting your blind side. So I like the call a lot. I was hoping maybe this was one I could find a boost for later in the offseason as well, that I'm kind of going to be keeping my head on a swivel. So I like Jayden Daniels there, but there is a little bit of a road map clog in the way there, if you would. And Eric, I think you kind of touch on him with your MVP pick for the early odds.
Yeah, I was definitely taking a long, hard look at this wager in particular. That 11 to 1 price tag is appealing, right? On merit, Jayden Daniels should be closer to like 5.5 to 6.5 to 1, right? So absolutely value there. I'm actually deciding to go a different direction with my MVP selection. I'm actually heading over to Joe Burrow, who I had down as 750 plus 750, 7.5 to 1. But shout out to the goats, to the kings over at Betting Pros. They found me a better price tag. It looks like he is available out there at plus 800. So definitely make sure that you are shopping around on your lines. Really, I would almost rather wager on Jayden Daniels, but the flaw in the system is exactly why I'll be placing this card in on Joe Burrow. The voters have made it abundantly clear they're going to walk down narrative street on their decision making. Steve's point, there was absolutely no reason why Lamar Jackson should not have won the MVP again last year. But it was
Glad he didn't
time.
though. Glad he
It
didn't.
was
Oh,
time for Josh Allen. It was his turn.
yeah.
The poor downtrodden Bills who get an NFL rule change rolled out every time that they lose a playoff game. They need something, right? And I think while Jayden Daniels is going to earn his way into that conversation, I think the voters are going to look at Joe Burrow, who was fourth in MVP voting last year and is likely walking into another season where he's the odds-on favorite to lead the league in passing yards. He's the odds-on favorite to lead the league in passing touchdowns again. He had 4,900 yards last year. If he gets up over 5,000, if he's flirting with 50 passing touchdowns, I think the voters are going to start spinning a narrative that it's his turn, right? He got to a Super Bowl, he didn't win it.
Well, at that
This
point, if he's throwing 50
organization never
touchdowns,
supports
he
him.
should win it at that point.
He'll
Yeah.
probably win it on merit,
Yeah.
right? But even if
Yeah.
he's close, I think the voters are going to look at Jayden Daniels and say, young kid doing a lot of stuff, his day will come.
Mm-hmm.
It's Joe Burrow's turn. And in turn, 8-1 on my money feels like a pretty good price tag to get in there. But both of these are ones that I would be interested in dabbling in.
I think if you're going to be placing an MVP vote right now, it needs to be Joe Burrow or Jayden Daniels. Like not trying to be biased towards you guys, but it makes the most sense. I can't see myself laying the steep price tags, a plus 550 with Lamar, trying to go back to back with Josh Allen. I think you guys are dead on, and really, really like those picks.